Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, BYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
Third 13, again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds, really close up the corner. Rotates to Wilson, she fires the three. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by one.
Log on to Vype, BYPE.com.
And good afternoon and welcome out to Burger Baseball Stadium as we are excited to bring you today's District 26 6A matchup. Game number 2 between your BOWIE Bulldogs and the Austin High Maroons. AJ Revel here, accompanied by Miss Laura Starkey, who is...
How you doing this afternoon?
You gotta put your thing... She's still training, folks. I apologize.
Sorry about that.
There we go. Now she's back and sounding great. How you doing today, Laura? Doing all right?
I'm doing good. How about you?
It's a beautiful day for baseball, and I'm excited here after the Bulldogs took down the Austin High Maroons by a score of 3-1. We're back at it again for game number 2 against the Maroons. It's a nice cool, we had this discussion yesterday. It's a cool 77. It's not the hot 77.
It's not humid today.
Yeah, even though it's really cloudy, lots of overcast, like it might start raining here soon, but nothing yet. I thought we had some drizzle earlier, but we seem to be a go. We are almost ready for first pitch, which is scheduled here at 5 o'clock. But we are going to give a quick shout out to our sponsors, and we'll give some more info on those guys later on throughout the broadcast. Big Tuna Interactive, Centex Maintenance Services, Mobile and Purcell Financial, Plucker's Wing Bar, and of course our spring sponsor here at Vype Live, Academy Sports and Outdoors. So let's take one quick break. Laura, if you're cool with that, we got a nice interview coming up here with Coach D. And but until then, we'll be right back. You're listening to BOWIE Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. I've got Coach D here with me as we're getting set for game number 2 against the Austin High Maroons. Coach, yesterday, nice 3-1 win over Austin High. How's the team feel coming off of that first district win?
Well, it's always good to get a win. We've been playing some good baseball the last 2 weeks. And I'm not saying it's normal, but I think the guys, anytime you can get a win and against a good school like Austin High, they're a rivalry. I don't think everybody, really pays attention to that. But they are a rivalry for us, and they got a good ball club. So anytime you can get a win in your first district ball game, and because you only see everybody, twice, and you're going to see them right off the bat, and you can get that first one, it feels really, really good.
Well, yeah, first win, it's going to get that big weight off the guy's shoulders. Game number 2 here now, today, against Austin High. Is there anything specific you're looking for out of the team here this afternoon?
Yeah, I think yesterday we came in dead. We had just finished playing four games, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, a half a game on Saturday, but, those tournaments can take a toll on you, but when it gets to district, I'm hoping we can pick it up a little bit for this game. Like I said, yesterday we came out a little bit flat. We hit some balls hard yesterday right at them. This wind is blowing in again, and it held up the ball for some of our hitters. But I would like to score some more runs, a lot more runs. But we'll see what happens. Again, they're going to throw another guy at us that's going to be pretty good. So we got to put the ball in play, keep the ball out of the air.
Now, I know you mentioned coming out a little stale yesterday. Jonathan Easton on the mound starting out 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, and 1 earned run, which was actually the leadoff batter in the first inning. Yeah. And after that 1 score in the first, defense held up strong. Who do you got lined up on the mound here for this afternoon, and what are you expecting?
Well, first, Jonathan did a good job yesterday. He got himself in a little trouble in the first inning because he was like at 25, 28 pitches, whatever that was. but you take that in a way. He did some good things on the mound. Today we got Colopy, another left-hander, about 6'4" guy. He pitched against him the first time we played him, and we beat him 3-0. But again, you know, you just can't throw somebody out there that beat him a time before. You still got to play. So we got to play better defense than what we did yesterday. That's for sure. I think we made 2-3 errors. We got to get our pitching, him going again, and we got to put the ball in play. I always tell our kids, if we can get all three of those things, pitching, defense, and hitting, you're going to win a lot of ball games. If you get 2 out of 3, you're in a ball game. If you get 1 out of 3, it doesn't look good for you. So if we can get at least 2 out of 3, or maybe those 3 out of 3, we might be able to pull this one out.
A little bit of baseball wisdom from the wise. Coach, thank you for your time. I appreciate it. We'll be right back for first pitch. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live. And you know what, folks? We'll actually probably just keep it here as the Austin High Maroons have made their way out onto the field. Owen Timble getting the call here for the Maroons. He'll be out on the pitcher's mound while he's warming up. For your Bulldogs, we're going to have Thanio Bright, Thanio, right? Thanio Bright, Center fielder up first. Mason Winters, shortstop, second. Brody Miller, third. Ben Merriman, batting cleanup. Cade. I can't even read my own handwriting. Cade Urbanski. He'll be the designated hitter for Colopy, as Colopy will be on the mound, as you just heard Coach Dean mention. John Estrada, followed by Danny Rodriguez, Cody Gray, and bringing up the bottom of the order is going to be Sean McCullough here for your Bulldogs as Thanio Bright. Thanio. We're just going to say Bright. We'll make it nice and easy. Bright comes in. He 1 for 3 yesterday after he popped out towards short, hit into a fielder's choice. Did get an RBI in, but then he hit a nice triple in the 5th. As we mentioned, the Bulldogs came away with a 3-1 win over the Austin High Maroons. So here we are up and we are ready. And let's get it going. First pitch to Bright. It's going to be low and outside. It'll be ball 1 now. Your Bulldogs are the away team here this afternoon. So they are in their road black jerseys, red numerals, and they still got those white pinstripe pants that we talked about yesterday. Gotta love the old school. Yeah, the old school, the pinstripe uniforms. As second pitch from Trimble, Couldn't quite get to the box there. Count goes 2-0. That one's going to be low and in the dirt. As Bright's ahead in the count now, 3-0. And before we start, folks, I do have to give a shout out to Academy Sports and Outdoors, our spring sponsor here at Vype Live. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. As that one is going to catch the bottom of the strike box there, according to our umpire. Count goes 3-1. Trimble giving that one straight to Bright. It's a high fly towards center. And being able to get underneath it and bring that one in is going to be Zach Williams for the Maroons for out number 1. Mason Winters coming up next. Not too good of an outing for him yesterday. He went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So hoping to turn his luck a little bit this go around as he's going up against a different pitcher in Trimble. His first one's going to catch the plate there for strike 1.
And, you know, that's not usual for Mason Winters. Though he's young, he's a sophomore, he's been one of our power hitters, even though he is so young.
Well, and with that young, like you mentioned, he's normally good, but when we hit normally good, I hate to say it, that sounds like horrible the way I just said that. He's usually on point, he's usually pushing it. Everyone's going to have a bad game every so often, and he chops that second pitch to him foul. He's behind the count, though, 0-2. And that high changeup is going to catch him there for strike number 3. And who's going to go down looking for out number 2? Brody Miller now making his way over to the plate, southpaw batter. Not too much luck for Brody yesterday either, as he went 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts to center and a line drive over to first for his 3 visits to the batting box. To the plate yesterday. First one, though, it's going to go down for a ball. Count goes 1-0. Second one's going to hit the same spot. Count goes 2-0. So doing a good job right now of kind of taking his time and getting ahead in the count. There's another really hard hit towards center field. Williams getting underneath it. And that's going to be out number 3. And the Bulldogs are going to make it down. No hits so far, no errors, and no runs. So not much going for the first inning for the Bulldogs. Austin High Maroons now. They're going to get set as Patrick Callipy is going to make his way to the mound for the Bulldogs. We've, as Coach D mentioned, saw the Austin High Maroons a little bit in tourney play earlier this year. Did very well in a 3-0 win against the Austin High Maroons. See how you can fare here, though. District, right? It's got to be a different atmosphere, right, Laura?
Yeah, of course.
You know, game number 2, trying to, again, I want to say we're tied for first in district so far with a 1-0 1-0 record in district, and Callipy looking to continue that. For the Austin High Maroons, though, batting up first is going to be Luke Young, left field. Second baseman Hayden O'Shea. Catcher Brendan Mendoza, followed by Ben Abel, first baseman, batting cleanup. Tegan Mansfield, shortstop. Emiliano Del Riego, third base. Nicholas Bryant, designated hitter in the 7th spot. Zach Williams, center field, batting 8th. And bringing up the bottom of the lineup for the Maroons is going to be Zach Kumasa, right field. As Coach G mentioned, kind of hoping to continue things from from yesterday after giving up that hit in the first. Defense and pitching excellent throughout the game, as I mean, only 4 hits given up and 1 run by the Bulldogs yesterday. So we'll see how it fares. While we wait, we'll give a shout out to Big Tuna Interactive, one of our sponsors here this week for your Bulldogs. Big Tuna Interactive specializes in Drupal, website development, and site optimizations. Reach out today and see how Big Tuna Interactive can help make your online marketing programs more valuable and can help you achieve your goals in 2021. BigTunaInteractive.com. I do apologize for the wind, folks. As you can see, it's picking up and it's right at our faces here behind home plate. So you can imagine what the batters are going through is when they hit those big swings towards center field, and it doesn't quite get the 401 distance it needs to hit the fence line.
You're not going to go a yard in deep center field. Not today. Not with the wind.
Not with this wind. Is Luke Young makes his way up to the plate to lead off here for the Austin High Maroons. First pitch for Callipy is going to be low. It'll be called ball 1. Young actually singled yesterday for the first hit of district play for the Maroons. Second pitch, he's going to swing at that one. It's going to get popped really high up in the air. Cody Gray trying to get underneath it, and it's going to hit the top of us here. Good thing we're covered. Couldn't quite get to it, but it's going to go foul. Count goes even 1-1. So anyway, Luke Young yesterday leaded off for the Maroons. He was able to single, and that was really it for him the rest of the afternoon. He went 1 for 3 after striking out, grounding out, and then reaching on an error, as he's going to swing and miss at that one for strike 2. That one couldn't quite get underneath. Count goes even, 2-2. Callipy with the 2-2 pitch, swung on. As that one gets over to short, here's the throw to first. In time, as Winters was able to get a glove on that one with a nice toss over to Rodriguez for out number 1. Up next for the Austin High Maroons is number 23, Hayden O'Shea, as he makes his way to the box and gets set to see what he has to get from here. Callipy, excuse me, I was up and moving around, as that one's going to hit the dirt and unable to get to it and stop it. It's going to be Cody Gray, but no worries, no one on base as count goes 1-0. This wind is killer today. Swung on and missed after O'Shea took a big rip at that one. Count goes 1-1. 0-1 pitch. It's going to be fast and inside. 2 inside, though. Count goes 2-1. Callipy gets set for the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and missed by O'Shea for strike 2. Here's your 2-2 pitch. As Gray's going to lose that one, but a little far outside for our umpire. Count goes full, 3-2. As the Alta Maroons doing a really good job yesterday of kind of working the pitch count for Easton, kind of like they're doing the same here for Callipy in the first. As that one's going to get chopped over towards second. Getting underneath it, and the toss over to first for the out, as McCullough was able to get to that one and toss it over to Rodriguez.
Very cleanly handled.
There you go. Very cleanly handled for out number 2. Brendan Mendoza, catcher for the Maroons. Up to the plate now. Mendoza 0 for 3 yesterday as he grounded out, flew out, and popped out. A long time at bat. There's another one lost by Gray there. A little outside though, so it's going to go ball 1 for Mendoza. Callipy. Mendoza getting a quick swing at that one. It's high fly towards left center. A little miscommunication there in the back, but Miller's going to get to it after Bright has to kind of do a foot first slide. And that's going to do it for out number 3. So the Bulldogs go down 1, 2, 3. But here in the bottom, Austin High does the same. Coming up next is going to be Ben Merriman. Left field lead off here for the top of the second. Until then, though, we're going to take a quick commercial break. So we'll be right back. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
High school sports coverage second to none. Discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
All right, folks, welcome back. Second inning about to be underway here at Burger Baseball Stadium. Mogul and Purcell Financial, with over 40 years of experience in financial services, Mogul and Purcell Financial can help you address your needs of today for many, many years to come. Live for today, plan for tomorrow. That is Mogul and Purcell Financial. Big thank you for being one of our sponsors here for the spring district layout, as the Maroons are out getting warmed up and loose. Owen Trimble still going to be on the mound here for the Maroons, as he was able to make it out of the first unscathed, with Ben Merriman making his way up to the plate. Ben only got to go to the plate twice yesterday, as that one's going to catch the inside of the plate for strike 1. He flew out towards left field his very first time at bat and hit that beautiful triple in the fourth. As the 0-1 pitch is going to catch the plate again, and Merriman down early now. 0-2. Trimble with the 0-2 pitch. And a nasty curve back inside for him, and Merriman is going to go down looking for out number 1, strike 3. Blah. Kate Urbanski coming out. He's a designated hitter for the Bulldogs. This is his first time at bat so far in district, is what I'm going to say. Is that one's really fast and inside. He had to make a quick turn to not get pegged by that one. Count goes 1-0. That second pitch not going to catch a strike zone that he was looking for. Count goes 2-0. Trimble, look, he's still trying to get a little warm in there. As the Bulldogs able to make contact just like that. As Urbanski hits that towards right field. As it's going to be brought in by Komasa for the Maroons for out number 2. And I say he's trying to get warmed up as he still has yet to give up a hit at all. So, I mean, he must
right now he's doing pretty good.
I'd say he must be pretty warm as that first one goes for a strike to Estrada, third baseman. Here's the 0-1 pitch. He shows bunt and pulls back in time, and they're going to check with the first base ump, and he's going to say he kept it there and didn't move it. So he's going to go down to the count now, 0-2. Estrada, 1 for 2 yesterday as he hit a single and then popped out towards short. As they're going to say he got a piece of that one. Count stays 0-2. Trimble with the 0-2. And a little slow to get the bat across was Estrada. Look at a little hesitation there. Just a little, but he was able to get a piece of it. Count stays 0-2.
Looks like he's still getting warmed up too.
That's all. That's right. Just getting warmed up a little bit.
Still early in the game.
0-2 pitch. And trying to get that curve that he got Merriman with, and this time though doesn't quite catch the box that he was looking for. Count goes 1-2, and that is a nasty little
pitch.
I guess it'd be a slider, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
That's a nasty one. There is a nice
There's
hit
a
over
solid
shortstop by Estrada. Yes, it was. He got all of that one as he's going to go down for a single, a 2-out single here in the second. And Estrada's over at first with Danny Rodriguez making his way to the plate in his first time at bat here in district play, as he did not see any action yesterday. With 1 runner on and 2 outs here in the second. We are still knotted up at 0 as that was actually the first hit of the game for either team. Quick throw back over to first by Trimble. Estrada makes it back in time. As he gets another medium lead. That one's going to be high and inside for ball 1. There's another throw over to first, trying to catch Estrada sleeping. Not nearly in time, though, as he was just resting his eyes, right? He wasn't sleeping, just resting his eyes.
Of course.
There's a big rip by Rodriguez on that one. Cannot make contact. Count goes even, 1-1. Another quick throw over to first. No luck for Trimble. As Rodriguez looks at the 1-1 pitch. And look at it, he does. That went right over the middle of the plate for strike 2. Not going to catch the plate there. Count goes even, 2-2, as Rodriguez has kind of worked his way back a little bit.
He's got a good eye.
He is waiting for his pitch. I have a feeling that first strike was a called swing on that one. He took a big rip and it was a little high. As Rodriguez is going to take a quick time and get reset. Estrada's still over at first base, still with a medium lead. You know, usually I see a little bit bigger at first. There's a pop towards second. Routes and cannot glove it in as the second baseman. As Rodriguez is going to reach on an error.
It's 2-out rally. It's what I like to see.
I mean, you called it yesterday too, a 2-out rally, and it's another one in the works here for the Bulldogs. As out comes catcher Cody Gray for his first time at bat here in district. Look how I keep saying that, here in district, right? Because he's bat before, but
yeah,
here in district, it doesn't matter. Hey, here we go. This is where this is for all the marbles here. As we look to have a clean sweep here of Austin High, hopefully. So runners on second and first. First pitch A little too high. Count goes 1-0 to Gray.
You know, Cody Gray's got an interesting story. This is his 4th year on varsity. His freshman year, some kids quit. We had injuries, so he moved up from freshman to varsity within the span of a couple weeks. So he's really got some experience under his belt right now.
Yeah, so this is just another day for him.
Oh, yeah.
Love to see the young guys come up early and become huge leaders on the team. Speaking of, he went to that one, pulled back just in time. Count goes 2-0 here for Gray, and would be surprised to see Trimble throw that nasty slider here. Instead, he's going to toss it over to first, trying to get Rodriguez. Not in time, though. So Estrada's over at second in scoring position. Rodriguez at first, and here's Cody Gray at the plate, hoping for a good hit. Maybe bring Estrada home if he can. He's not going to hit it either, as Gray is way ahead in the count 3-0.
This is the time where you got to pick your pitch.
Yeah, you got to pick it, and I think 90% of the time you get the call just to watch it here, especially this early. But use a heater right down the middle, and there it is.
There
it is for strike one. And it's a courtesy thing, right?
Yeah.
It's a courtesy. You don't swing at those because it's a kind of like you don't cross the mound when you're going back to the dugout. That's a courtesy. As that one's in the dirt, and they're going to say he did not pull back in time. Count goes full 3-2 here for Gray. Yeah, it's a courtesy. You don't swing at that one. You let it go, but I mean, I always view if you're going to throw it, I mean, that's there for me to hit, right? As it's a full count now for Trimble. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. A big swing by Gray. Can't make contact, and that'll be out number 3. So 2 runners left on, 1 error, and just 1 hit. I'm going to get all of this all wonderfully filled out in my little scorebook. McCullough, batting 9th, will lead off here in the 3rd for the Bulldogs, but not before the Maroons get a chance. As Ben Abel, first baseman, is going to be set to lead off for the Maroons, followed by Tegan Mansfield and Emiliano Del Riego, third baseman. Plucker's Wing Bar. Be sure to visit one of the 7 Austin area locations today. Currently, we are offering online delivery and curbside pickup from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. Plucker's Wing Bar, where we promise to have the beer ice cold and the wings piping hot. So there we go. There's Calipes out on the mound, getting loose. Took down the order 1, 2, 3 here in the first. Looking to do the same hopefully here in the second.
You know, we're going to be seeing a lot of Calipe this season. When he's not pitching, he's going to be at first, but when he is pitching, he's very productive, using his curveball, using his fastball very wisely, and really keeping hitters on their toes.
And I was talking to Coach about that earlier before our interview with him. I said, Calipes, I said, wasn't he at first base as well? And I'm like, yep, he sure was.
And it's going to be with number 17, Danny Rodriguez, who's at first right now. He's also a pitcher, so we're going to be seeing a lot of him this year too.
So a lot of good rotation, and rumor through the grapevine is that we have a very good pitching squad here on.
We do. All of them should be very confident in their stuff right now.
As first pitch to Abel, it's going to be just outside for ball 1. Well, we got a chance to look at Easton yesterday and Corbett to close out, as the second pitch here is swung on and missed by Abel for strike 1. And I mean, Easton did an excellent job yesterday, and as Coach D mentioned, kind of started out a little bit stale, which I think we kind of talked about briefly just a bit. But once he got warm and on fire, I mean, unstoppable. As our third pitch comes way, way high for ball 2. Calipe with the 2-1. Right down the middle. Count goes even, 2-2. And didn't you mention Calipe's like 6'4"?
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5". It's a tall dude.
So he should play basketball then as well, right?
I'm sure Coach Collier, our basketball coach, would love to have him.
Get some height, right? Get some. Look at Shaquille O'Neal. He wasn't very good as far as free throws or much of anything else, but man, he was a big dude, and he just took it to the house. Counts full 3-2 here for Abel. That one's going to be low and outside. Abel's going to make it to first on a walk. First walk here for Callipy. As Tegan Mansfield is going to make his way up to the plate. Let's see if Tegan played yesterday. We didn't have any names. He did. Tegan going 0 for 3 yesterday as he struck out swinging his very first time at bat. Popped out and flew out the other 2 times. As he looks to face off against Callipy here. In the pitch, in the dirt, gets behind Gray, and off goes Abel as he thought about it. Stopped, and then when he saw the ball go through his legs, took off over to second. So he'll get the steal over to second. And the count's going to go 1-0 here to Mansfield. The Austin High Maroons moving quick, getting somebody in scoring position here with no outs. Bottom of the second. As that one's going to catch the plate for strike 1. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Mansfield. Man, that was some heat there on the outside. It's going to catch. As Callipy goes ahead 1-2. As the wind picks up just a smidge. Ooh. I'm trying to think if I can move around and get away from this wind. It's Callipy. Checks Abel over at second. Here's the 1-2. Swung on. It's going to hit the dirt immediately underneath them. I think that hit the big toe there for Mansfield as he's kind of shaking it off a little bit. Count stays 1-2.
You just got to walk it off.
Hey, that's all it is. Just got to walk it off, right? Put some dirt on it. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah.
That's what my wife tells my little boys. Put some dirt on it. But easier said than done because those.
Oh, I know. They hurt. It hurts.
It hurts just a little bit. Just a little bit. Not too bad. Just a little bit. So 1-2's your count here for Mansfield as Callipy. Still looking for out number 1.
Good stop by Cody Gray.
Really good stop. Runner's going to stay at second. Count goes even 2-2. So 2-2's the count. No outs. Callipy. Pitch to Mansfield's going to be chopped foul behind him. Count stays even 2-2. As Abel looks like he's getting antsy over there at second. He was already halfway to third once that one got chopped foul. And that looked like a really nice
That was
outside.
a close one.
But he's not going to get the call he's looking for. Count goes 3-2. That's again going through a lot of pitches here. And that one's going to hit the
There you
plate.
go.
And down goes Mansfield looking for out number 1. But not before taking the count full after a couple chop fouls. And the same thing happened with Abel. He was able to get that count full. So Callipy going to have to start kind of hopefully getting some in the zone there and try to preserve his pitch count, if you will. Easton was in this kind of trouble yesterday. So
Yes.
Austin High just really doing a good job of working the pitch count. As Emiliano Del Riego, third baseman for the Maroons, up to the plate. There's a little chopper over to Callipy, goes over his head as Winters is able to glove it. Toss to Rodriguez for out number 2. That's what you like. First pitch ground outs.
That's a great way to keep your pitch count
Yeah,
down.
that
Why
really
don't we
makes
just keep doing that?
Just a few more of those, Patrick. Just a few more. Nicholas Bryant, designated hitter for the Maroons, up to the plate now. As he did come in the 6th and hit a double yesterday. As that first one doesn't get the call he's looking for. Count goes 1-0. So Abel was able to advance on that strikeout. As he's over at third now with 2 outs. As that one gets called ball. Count goes 2-0. So scoring run at third here for the Maroons. There's Nicholas Bryant. Looks to hopefully bring it in. Swung on and missed, I was going to say, but not like that. As he swings and misses and goes 2-1 in the count. Callipy with the pitch. There's a chopper towards Callipy. He gloves it. The throw to first is not going to be in time. And just a high chopper to Callipy, and the Austin High Maroons are going to go up, much like they did yesterday, 1-0.
You know, that was a tough play for Callipy. Running all the way over to the third base line, having to stop himself and then throw back across his body. Tough play.
Well, that's tough, and Estrada was coming up, and I think maybe Estrada would have had the better angle on it.
Me too.
But either way, a single for Bryant as he legged that one out. As Williams pops that one towards center field. And Bright able to get underneath it and brings it down with ease. Not before, though. The Maroons get one across as they go up 1-0 here over the Bulldogs to end the second inning. So let's see here. So it's going to be one hit. See if I can do this right. One hit. No errors. And one runner left on. Not too shabby.
Not too bad.
As Trimble is back up on the plate here for the Maroons to lead off the top of the third. Sean McCullough is going to be due up here to lead off the third for the Bulldogs, followed by Bright and Winters as the top of the order is going to come back. We'll stick it here. No commercial break for us, right? We don't need commercial break. But let's give a quick shout out to, let's do Academy. Academy Sports and Outdoors. Get free shipping on your favorite brands at academy.com or get free curbside or in-store pickup at your Academy store. Academy Sports and Outdoors, our spring sponsor here for Vype Live. Which I go to Academy at least once or twice a week, and really nothing I have to buy.
Oh, I literally went this morning.
See what I'm saying? You just go and you're just like, meh,
I'm
what's
like,
around here?
it's like Target. Let's just see. I don't know what I'm going to go in to buy, but I know I'm going to get something.
Let's say you know something. You have something there that you got to get.
Yeah.
And you just can't quite put it off the tip of your tongue. What was it?
Like, oh, I need a new Yeti cup. When I definitely don't. That's
right. I needed that Yeti cup, as that one is high and right over the head of McCullough. He almost had, back in the day, we used to call that some sweet chin music. You may not get that reference because you're young, but those listening, you should get that reference, as that one was really high for ball one. McCullough's going to take a stab at that second one. Can't quite make contact. Count goes even, 1-1. Trimble so far, and I mentioned he was getting a little warm, but I mean, he looks warm and loose as a big hit by McCullough is going to drop right in front of center field. He'll get a single here to lead off the third. Exactly what the Bulldogs need, being down 1-0.
Yeah, that's awesome from McCullough. This is his first year on varsity, and he's really coming through with getting some clutch base hits for this year.
As Bright. See, he said Daniel. See, I was saying it right.
Yeah.
Bright, center fielder. Out to the plate now. Quick throw over, trying to get McCullough sleeping, not going to. Bright flew out towards center, his first time bat back in the first. But now with a runner in scoring, looking to bring him home. There's a quick bunt. Oh, didn't get a grip on that one, as that was a straight in the air bunt, straight to the pitcher.
Not what Coach D's wanting to see, I can tell you that.
Definitely not what he wants. That's going to be out number one for Bright, and McCullough does not get to advance to second. So up comes Winters. Mason Winters struck out looking back in the first. Kind of on a cold streak, if you will. So looking to bust out here with a runner on base. And speaking of busting out, there's a big hit over second base. Goes straight to the outfield. He's going to lose it. Can't grip it. Runners are going to advance. And they're going to send him home. McCullough, Coach D was waving him, go, go, and then the last second he stopped him. Winters with a single. Gonna make his way over to second on an error, though.
Very nice clutch base hit by the sophomore.
That was huge, and McCullough over in third now. So 2 runners in scoring position, and here comes Brody Miller. Brody Miller flew out to center field. Pinch runner? Is that a pinch runner? No, it's not. Okay, sorry. Winters was just giving his gear over to Coach Velasquez there. So Brody Miller flew out to center field back in the first, but with a runner and scoring, 2 runners in scoring, excuse me. I got a feeling he's looking to make some good contact here, as that one's going to be outside for ball 1. Another one in the dirt, and Miller's going to put his hand up and say, hold on there, Sean, don't go yet. Count goes 2-0. And as a pitcher, this is kind of a stressful situation to be here. You got no outs, 2 runners on. Top of the order, it's a big swing as that one goes down the first baseline foul. And now you're behind in the count, 2-1. So Trimble going to have to reach in. Again, he's been pitching pretty well so far this afternoon, and showed a little signs of maybe giving up something there in the second with the hit to Estrada, but now he's in a bind. As that one's going to be high and outside. Count goes 3-1. Miller swung on, and that one's going to be chopped, and I will never get used to this being a metal
I know.
block.
I think we might be the only stadium that does that.
But it's not a net, so it's just like hitting a wall, and it rattles the whole. And then of course, with COVID, we don't have too many fans coming out, and that's okay. But there's nothing to get that going. As a little grounder towards short, it's going to be over the head of the first baseman, and McCullough's going to score. Winters is going to advance to third as he hangs tight. And Miller is going to get to first on an error. We'll say E6 because that couldn't have made it over to the first baseman. Had to have some
major hops.
Some Callipy height and hops to get up there and catch that one, which is why he's a first baseman,
yeah.
right? As Ben Merriman up to the plate, he struck out looking his last time at bat. That one's going to be low for ball 1.
Big opportunity here for the sophomore to get us the lead.
On a rare back-to-back batting him, as he batted in the second. Here he is now at the third with just 1 out. Runners on the edges. Swung on and missed by Merriman. Count goes even, 1-1. And just 1 out so far. Trimble with the pitch, and off goes Miller to second. Not going to be contested at all.
Looks like some miscommunication there. I don't think the pitcher knew that ball was coming to him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I didn't think he was going to throw that one, but he did, and just not going to make it there. So 2 runners in scoring position now, as Winters and Miller are hanging out at third and second respectively. 1 out. Merriman up 2-1 in the count, and there's a quick high fly towards center. It's going to be right center field, and the center fielder is going to get underneath it. Off goes Winters towards home, and he's going to step on the base, and they're going to say he hit the base first, and he's going to be called safe, as that was a close one. So we're going to give Merriman a sacrifice fly there for out number 2, as he's able to bring in Winters. Miller's going to stay at second, though, unable to advance, but the Bulldogs now with a 2-1 lead, as the Maroons coach is going to come out and have a few words with our umpire and ask him, what game are you watching? So while this goes on, Cater Bansky is going to be up next for the Bulldogs. 2 outs, One runner in scoring position as Miller had to hold tight over at second base.
You know, I'm seeing a nice gap over the shortstop's head to get in that run.
I think so too, and as well too. The shortstop here for the Maroons is kind of having an off game as well, off game, as he had that error also to get Miller on. So see what happens here. Is that one? It's going to be low. Ball one. Urbanski went 2-0 in his count before he flew out towards right field. With a runner in scoring position, though, see if he wants to change it up a little bit. That slider is going to hit the inside edge of the plate there. Strike two. Oh, I thought that was ball one. I guess he called a strike. I missed that one. Apologize, folks. Counts 0-2. And a big swing and miss by Cade, as he will be out number three. Not before 2 runs get across. 3 runs. I wish 3 runs would have gotten across. Not before 2 runs get across, and the Bulldogs take a 2-1 lead over the Austin High Maroons. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back for the bottom of the third. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, BYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, BYPE.com.
Is the Maroons home team this go around, so they get set up to come out. Patrick Callipy out on the mound for your Bulldogs, and Jack Komasa, his first time at bat here this afternoon. Let's see if he batted yesterday. I think he did. He did not bat yesterday, did he? Oh, he did bat yesterday. He came in the 5th, and he flew out towards center field after working a count full. So no hits yet here for Komasa, as he's now in the lineup starting, and here he makes his way out to the plate. Callipy so far giving up 1 run in the second. Other than that, they're pretty solid out on the mound. Trimble doing the same until this last inning for the Maroons, where 2 runs came across over a questionable call at home plate for the Maroons. His first pitch is going to be chopped towards second. Able to get underneath it with the throw to first. Is going to be dropped. And not going to get there in time, as an error will be had there. McCullough able to field it pretty nicely. Just can't make the connection with Rodriguez.
No harm, no foul. Roll it up. Get 2 outs right here.
Exactly. It's all right. Errors are going to happen. As top of the lineup, though, now here for the Maroons with Luke Young up to the plate. He grounded out to short. This time, though, there's a high fly. And Gray trying to get underneath it. Not in time, as it's going to hit over the fence, the metal net, if you will. And hit over the covering. Count's going to go 0-1. Yeah, this wind is killer.
I'm surprised we haven't seen any rain yet.
I thought that it might rain a little bit. There's not supposed to be in the forecast. Tomorrow, though, we'll see, as Callipy with a quick toss over to first, trying to get Komasa. Not in time, as Hill gets reset back up on the plate. Not going to get the call there he was looking for. Count goes even, 1-1. So runner on first here for the Maroons, as Komasa is over at first on the error. No outs, though, in top of the order for the Maroons, as that one's going to be fast and inside to Luke Young. Count goes 2-1. Young showing bunt. Estrada making his way up to help. And pulling back in time, but not going to matter as it was going to be a called strike. As they also try to get Comas over there at first, not in time. So count goes even 2-2 here for Luke Young. It's Callipy. Gets the call. And here's your 2-2 pitch. That one's in the dirt. Gray can't find it. Off to second goes the runner. As Comas is going to make it over to scoring position now. As we've got a full count now here for Callipy, 3-2. So far, again, Luke Young 0-1 here this afternoon as he grounded out towards short. This is a big hit. It's going to be popped foul in the stands. Count's going to stay full 3-2 with no outs here at the bottom of the third. And here's your 3-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit towards Estrada as he gets that with ease. Runner stays at second. Throw to first to Rodriguez in time for out number one.
Great executed play right there by Estrada. Looking down the runner at second and being like, I know you're going to stay right there and I'm going to throw to first and get the out.
And that was just let me make sure, because there was a rundown that happened last game as well. So on the opposite side, of course, between first and second. So Estrada, again, excellent job, like you said, doing the quick check down, making sure that he knew, I'm watching you. And you're the choice, so what are you going to do? But able to get that throw way across to first was an excellent throw by Estrada. As Gray comes up and has a quick talk with Callipy, as Hayden O'Shea is going to make his way to the plate. He grounded out towards second base in the first. With runner in scoring position as Jack Comas is still at second. And here's the pitch. O'Shea taking a swing at that one. That'll be strike one. And Callipy.
He thought about it.
He really did think about it, and he took that almost double step with his lead leg there. He's got to be careful with that. With that, he doesn't take too many of those. As the pitch is chopped, and that would have hit us if it wasn't for the metal net. As that foul is going to bring the count 0-2. So 0-2 here. Callipy ahead in the count. Only one out. And here's there's same thing again. He's taking a big look at Comas over there at second. As Jack Comas is taking kind of a big lead there. There's another little step there you saw. As that one's in the dirt, Gray is able to get in front of it and stop it.
Nice stop.
And this count goes 1-2 now for O'Shea. Callipy doesn't get the call he's looking for there. Count goes even 2-2. Callipy just a junior, so we'll see him hopefully a lot next year as well. Here's your 2-2 pitch. That looked like a nice one, but
that was pretty.
That was beautiful. No call there. Count goes full 3-2. Callipy, I'm talking with him. Not only is he good at baseball, but he's good at shoe style as well. So we'll have to take a look at his kicks as that one is going to find a plate. And down goes O'Shea looking for out number 2. Shoe style. That's one I don't think I'll ever have shoe style.
I attempt to have it. I don't think I have good shoe style, though. I think it's pretty sad.
Well, if you need some recommendations, Mr. Patrick Callipy over there on the mound, I'm sure we'll be happy to give you some pointers as the first pitch Brendan Mendoza is going to be low and outside for ball one. Mendoza, catcher, he flew out towards right field back in the first. As Kumasa still at second. Doesn't find the plate there. Count goes 2-0. And Callipy not really spending too much time on Kumasa now there at second as he's looking with 2 outs just to kind of get Mendoza out if he can.
Yeah, just focusing on the batter.
That one's going to be really high. As Callipy's behind the count now, 3-0. Hey, you like all my fun player info I have?
Of course.
And off goes Mendoza to first. He'll have a pinch runner coming in, or a courtesy runner, if you will. That's going to be number 18. Let's see if I can get you some info on that guy here shortly, hopefully. Douglas Malcolm. Is that first pitch to Ben Abel called strike one. So runners at first and second. Ben Abel, first baseman, up on in the plate. Count goes even 1-1 after that one doesn't get the call that Callipy is looking for. Abel took the count full and was walked back in the first inning. Or excuse me, back in the second inning. As Callipy looks to hopefully put him down on strikes if he can instead of a walk. Here's the pitch. That one's going to be real low and inside. Count goes 2-1. So we just got a slim 2-1 lead here over the Maroons. And Austin High with a opportunity with a runner in scoring to tie it up. There's a big hit, popped over. It's going to go behind the dugout in the stands and against the field house, I guess what that is, right? Field house?
There's a basketball court in there, so it's really.
So a gym.
Yeah.
So goes to the gym, knocks on the door. Count goes even 2-2 here for Ben Abel. That's Callipy, hoping to finish him out. Here's the pitch. Swung on and a chopper towards second. McCullough gets it. Toss over to Winters for the out. So that's going to be out number 3. Good old 4-6. And the Austin High Maroons are going to leave 2 runners on base. 4th inning, top of the 4th here, coming up soon. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
Third 13. Again, another reverse. Breaking tackles, dives to the end zone. Touchdown, Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close up the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com.
As they're going to make their way out here for the top of the 4th. With John Estrada set to lead off. Danny Rodriguez will be right behind him, followed by Cody Gray. Estrada with a nice single back in the second. Unable to make his way home, though, as he was left stranded at second base. But hoping to keep things going as he got the first hit of the game here for the Bulldogs, as that first one is swung on and missed. As he goes down early in the count, 0-1. Trimble still out on the mound here for the Maroons. As that second one, there's that slider we were talking about, catches the plate, and Estrada behind early, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Trimble, high and outside. Count goes 1-2. That one's high and inside. Count goes even 2-2. That one's low and inside from Trimble. And Estrada, after going down 0-2, he works the count full, 3-2. With no outs and nobody on. Here's your 3-2 pitch from Trimble. In the dirt, Estrada.
Good at bat by Estrada.
Really good at bat, as he knew where it was as soon as it left Trimble's hand, and he started trotting his way towards first. Danny Rodriguez up next. He was able to reach first on an error back in the second. But much the same, Estrada was on base. So we'll see what he can do. As Rodriguez gets a little chit chat with Coach D there on the third baseline, and I'm actually going to go ahead and pull Trimble, so that's going to do it for him this afternoon. Let's see if we can get a number for me, Laura. Who was that on the plate?
Number 18.
Number 18. And that's going to be Douglas Malcolm. He was interesting. He was the pinch runner that came in. Interesting, right? Didn't know that they had pitchers as pinch runners, but
Double threat.
a double threat, exactly. So Douglas Malcolm out on the mound warming up. As he gets loose, folks, we'll take another break. We'll be right back, though. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
You know, bravo, Miss Starkey. Bravo. Welcome back, folks. As Malcolm looks like he's loose on the mound, and Miss Laura Starkey here is taking over my computer and is doing all the production, and she is doing an excellent job so far.
Thank you.
I say so far. So if you're not here in the sixth, everybody's going to know why. So Trimble done for the afternoon here in the third, or excuse me, the fourth. After walking Estrada, Trimble's going to end his afternoon with 3 1/3 pitched. Yeah, we'll give him. Actually, we'll just give him. 3 1/3. Yeah, we'll give him 3. Gave up 3 hits, 2 errors, and 2 runs. As that first pitch, Rodriguez looked a little low, but we're going to say that caught the plate for strike 1. As that one's going to get bunted over towards Malcolm, throw to first.
Nicely executed. Advances the runner. Good job.
And that's exactly what you want. As Rodriguez will go down with a sacrifice bunt for out number 1, and Estrada moves over to scoring position over at second. Cody Gray up next. He struck out swinging back in the second after he worked the count full to Trimble. Facing a new pitcher, though. See how he fares against Malcolm here. As that first pitch is going to be wide outside for ball 1. Was not going to catch the plate. Count goes 2-0. And a nice hit right past Malcolm up into the center field as Estrada makes his way around third and to home. And Gray with a nice RBI single.
Nice, solid hit right up the middle.
A beautiful, solid hit.
Got a little nervous for the pitcher there. I was like, oh no, don't get hit.
Well, he tried his best to get a glove on it and just couldn't quite get to it. But an RBI single for Gray, and the Bulldogs up 3-1, which looks familiar, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Sean McCullough is going to make his way to the plate now. He's singled back in the third as he's getting a chance to bat now here in the fourth. And McCullough with his single back in the third started the scoring and the hitting, if you will, as shortly after he was able to come across home, as was Mason Winters, as there's the pitch. Catcher's not able to glove it, and off towards second goes Gray on the wild pitch. Count's going to go 1-0 here to McCullough.
We have a courtesy runner in for Cody Gray. It's going to be number 2, Matt Garcia.
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
That's what you're here for. I'm over here trying to get these stats for these people. Oh, they're going to send them back. Oh, wah. So no steal here for Gray. So he'll be, or for Garcia, excuse me. Oh, never mind. I take it back. He was just getting a little pep talk. I was wondering why they were calling him back.
I know. I was like, what? It wasn't a foul ball.
So Garcia is going to hang over at second with McCullough at the plate. There's a nice hit, and a little underneath that one as it's going to get popped foul behind him for strike one. And he's going to hit the plate with that one. Count goes 1-2 here for McCullough. There's a big hit down the first base line. It's going to go over the BOWIE dugout. Count will stay 1-2. And that one's going to be outside. It's going to go past the catcher. And Garcia makes his way over to third.
It's a good job by Garcia staying alert and knowing when it needs to run.
Well, yeah, once you're out there running, he doesn't have to worry about hitting, so he just has to pay attention, and once it goes by him.
He's got one job, and he's doing it pretty nicely.
And he's doing it nicely. His count's full 2-2. Here's the pitch. And a hit right back up towards Malcolm. Shortstop able to field that one with a throw to first for the out. Not before the run comes in, though. Garcia will make his way across. The Bulldogs go up 4-0. 4-1. 4-1. Only
close.
2 outs. I was almost there. And as Bright will make his way out back to the top of the order here for the Bulldogs. As he smacks that one right towards Malcolm. Again, shortstop able to get it. There's a throw to first in time.
Wow, that was a great play by the shortstop.
And a great play as he was barely able to beat Bright out. And that'll be out number 3. So, very productive fourth inning here for the Bulldogs as they put 2 across. After 1 hit, no errors, and 1 batter walked. Yeah, so not too shabby. Mason Winters will be set off to lead in the 5th, but not before the bottom of the 4th comes out, as Ben Abel should be up first here for the Maroons. Should be. Yeah, looks like we have a new pitcher as well.
No.
No? Why do I have Calpe as number 1 then? What is
Ben Merriman is number 1.
Why did I put Callipy as number 1? I don't know. I forgot the 3. Anyway, we're just gonna take that part out when we save the stream here.
Just a little edit.
Yeah, just a little bitty edit here. So a couple stats though for the Austin High Maroons as Owen Trimble gets replaced in the 4th. So he's going to get 3 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, 1 batter walked, 3 hits, 2 runs, and 2 errors. Douglas Malcolm comes in. Well, I take that back because Tribbles was responsible for 1 more of those runs. So we're going to give him 3 after he walked Estrada. So 3 runs. Fix that really quick. And Malcolm will be responsible for Cody Gray's run that comes through. But here's Callipy up to face against Ben Abel and a liner towards third. It's going to go way past the third baseline though. So knocked foul. That one gets called for strike 1, and I apologize. Tegan Mansfield is up to the plate. So I have no idea what happened with my numbers here. We'll figure it out. As that one's a floater over first. Get to it over and right. With a dive is going to be Brody Miller, and as he hits the ground, it's going to get loose from his glove.
It's a tough play right there, tough play.
That is a very tough play as he went for the sliding out, and he had it. So Mansfield will reach on an error. As up comes number 1, Emiliano Del Riego, here for the Austin High Maroons, with Mansfield over in scoring position. Callipy taking a quick read over. And going to get lined back up. Swung on and missed, and a big swing by Riego. So counts 0-1 here for Callipy with a runner on second. Here in the bottom of the 4th. As a liner.
Watch out in the dugout.
So
we got some moves.
Right to Coach D over there as he takes a look. He's like, is that for me? As Riego goes down in the count, 0-2, and Callipy trying to get some pitching moving as he can get some outs and hopefully leave that runner stranded. Quick throw over to second. Dangerous throw as he lost his footing there too on the mound. Not in time. As he gets reset for the 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, and a nasty pitch there as Riego's going to go down swinging. Mansfield is going to have to double time it back to second as he was already halfway to third on that swing. Throw from Gray, not in time though. So 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. And Nicholas Bryant, designated hitter for the Maroons, out to the plate. Swung on and missed, and a big swing by Bryant. Cannot make contact. Count goes 0-1. Mansfield still over at second after he was able to get all the way around on an error. Another big swing and a miss, and Callipy putting some mustard on these pitches now as they're going right by Bryant. He's just a little behind on the swings. And here's Callipy with the 0-2 pitch. And I take that back. He's going to step off and take a breather. the dirt. Called strike out, and there it is.
Good job by Cody Gray staring down the runner at second base.
You are correct. Another stare down. That's going to be another strikeout, though, for Callipy. Zach Williams makes his way to the plate for the Maroons, and Mansfield, after reaching second on an error with no outs, he's kind of hanging out now. And, yep. Callipy just making sure Mansfield knows that he's watching him. I see you over there at second.
Yeah.
Williams flew out to center. This time, though, a fly out to right field as Miller gets underneath it. And a collective exhale by the Bulldog faithful as after having a runner in scoring position, batters go down to 1-2-3 after that. So nothing comes across here for the Maroons, as they've got no hits, one error, and one runner left on to end the fourth. So fifth inning about to be underway. We'll keep it here, and we'll give a shout out to Syntex Maintenance Services, one of our other spring sponsors here for Bowie Baseball. Be sure to reach out to them for any needs you may have. And then, of course, Academy Sports and Outdoors. Gear up this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Douglas Malcolm out on the plate. Out on the mound. Sorry, I'm reading my notes and making sure I know what the heck I'm talking about. As he came in the third to relieve Trimble pretty early. Getting warmed up. There's that throwback, and out comes the 2 spot, and Mason Winters to lead off here in the fifth. Bowie with a 4-1 lead. And looking to try and hopefully extend that if they can. As Winters struck out looking back in the first and then was able to single back in the third. That one's going to be high and inside and barely going to miss the elbow of Winters there for ball one. And there's a hack at that one by Winters. In the dirt it goes for strike one. And some heat down the middle now. As Malcolm puts that one right over the plate for strike two. As that one's going to be in the dirt. Mendoza was able to get in front of it and keep it from going anywhere, even though nobody's on base. Counts even 2-2. Malcolm with the pitch. A big swing and a miss. And Winters, they're going to say he got a piece of it, so he'll get to live another pitch. Count stays even 2-2 with no outs here, top of the fifth. Malcolm getting the call. Here's 2-2. It's going to be low and outside. Count goes full, 3-2. Brody Miller in the batter's circle. He's due up next, followed by Ben Merriman. Number 1, Ben Merriman. See, I remember.
There you go.
And that one's going to get chopped towards the Maroon dugout. Count stays full, 3-2. The internet here at the stadium cut out on us, and we had to just kind of wing it a little bit. No worries. Urbanski hit a little trickler over to Gutierrez on the mound, and Gutierrez was able to toss over to first for out number 2. Not before Merriman was over on third, so Estrada up next. As he is ahead in the count now, 2-1. Again, folks, sorry about that. Estrada singled back in the second. Was walked. Back in the fourth as that one gets called strike. Count goes even, 2-2 for Estrada. 2 outs now. Merriman over at third. Hoping to bring him home as that one's low and outside. Count goes full, 3-2. So here's your 3-2 pitch from Gutierrez. And a big swing and a miss by Estrada as he's going to go down swinging. And that'll be out number 3. As the Bulldogs able to pull one more across here at the top of the 5th. As they extend their lead 5-1. Bottom of the 5th. Due up here shortly with Jack Comasa leading off for the Ossahai Maroons. We'll be right back though, folks. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, BYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, BYPE.com.
All right, folks, welcome back out. As the Austin High Maroons get set here to lead off bottom of the 5th. Jack Comasa is going to be due up. Then top of the order, folks, with Luke Young and Hayden O'Shea right behind him. Patrick Callipy back on the mound is giving up 1 run so far. He's had a pretty solid afternoon.
He really has.
There you go.
I always forget one thing.
It's always the big mic. That's right. You got to put it in front of your face for everyone to hear.
My bad. My bad.
Sorry, folks. That's strike 2. I'm gonna let her slide on the Wi-Fi issue here. So it's all right. It's all right. So Laura's gonna make it, hopefully.
I really hope so.
So Jack Comasa making his way to the plate. It's only his second time at bat this afternoon. It's a nice liner towards second. McCullough's able to get it. Toss to Rodriguez. And that'll be out number 1. And I'll talk about conserving your pitch count there. Or not. That's cool. Gotta have fun, Miss Starkey. Tons of fun.
I'm on the struggle bus right now. I apologize.
Luke Young now out to the plate. As Callipy with a hard, fast, and in the dirt. Will be ball 1. Luke Young grounded out both his times at bat before. Once to short, once to Estrada over at third. As there's the 1-0 pitch. A little too high there for Blue, right? For Blue back there behind the plate. Count goes 2-0. As that one's going to get a piece of it. As Luke Young's bat will go down for strike 1. And I forget what we were talking about before the Wi-Fi snag there, but Callipy
I do not remember.
I don't remember either, but that's going to go ball. A little too outside there. Count goes 3-1. Callipy behind the count now. Here's your 3-1 pitch, as that one's going to get lined right back up to Callipy all the way to center field. As Luke Young moves his batting to 1-3 this afternoon on that single. A 1-out single as Hayden O'Shea makes his way out. He's not going to get O'Shea to bite on that one. It's going to be ball 1. Ball 2. As Calaby looking kind of like he getting a little loose there on the mound. There's another low one, really low.
That pitch looked good to me.
They all do, always, right?
I'm biased. I'm biased.
Not at all. Not at all. As O'Shea's ahead in the count 3-0 here to Calaby. And one right down the middle for strike one. That one's going to get swung on and knocked foul as Miller thought about it, but wasn't going to make it in time. Now, here's what's interesting, and I'll tell you. So our scorekeeper up there has Austin High with 3 hits. I only got him with 2. I think maybe an error that I scored. He's going to score as a hit.
Maybe.
So we're going to go off of by vote.
Yeah.
So just 2 hits.
I trust yours.
Yeah, that was just the second hit given up by Calaby so far this afternoon. So Shea, off goes the runner at first. There's a hit towards Miller. Miller diving in front. He's able to hit it with his glove, but couldn't quite bring it in for the out. As Young took off early towards second. Yeah, see, so they gave that as a hit. So, see, for me, I don't know. That hit his glove.
The ground's just not very forgiving to Miller right now.
Well, I mean, well, for me, I'd call that an error, but I guess I'll call it a hit this time. But we'll split this one, Mr. Official Scorekeeper, as Coach is going to make his way out to the mound and check on Calaby and see how he's doing. He can't go out there too often to Calaby, though, because he's going to, give Calaby a neck strain as he's looking down at Coach talking to him. And yeah, it looked like the brief. Let's go, get it done. Let's get out of this and finish the game. Look at that. You got it. So
he's like, I'm good, Coach. I'm good. I got it. Don't worry about me.
Well, it's just going to be a reset as Brendan Mendoza, catcher, is going to make his way out to the plate. He flew out towards right field over Miller, and then he was walked as well back in the third. So pinch runner, though, is number 19 is going to come out for Hayden O'Shea. Courtesy runner, whatever you want to call it. So let's see who this is. What's his number? Number 19. Darren Wilkerson. Pinch running over at first base with Luke Young at second. And Mendoza at the plate. Here's the first pitch from Calaby. That one's going to be too low. Count goes 1-0. Only one out here. Bottom of the fifth, so you got to think Calaby might be trying to throw something that's going to hit to the ground and get a nice double play out of this if he can, as that one's going to be fast and outside for ball 2. Calaby behind in the count now, 2-0. There's that one. Gray doing a good job getting in front of it, too, to stop that. As count goes 3-0, and Rodriguez is going to walk over to Calaby and pitcher to pitcher, right?
Of course. They know how to calm each other down. They're like, hey.
It's like, hey, get it done, or I'm going to come in for you. So when I played baseball, that's what I would used to do. I used to say, "What the heck are you doing? Do I got to come over here and pitch for you, man? What's up?" And it's just breaking.
Just get a good laugh out of the pitcher.
Exactly.
Get him to relax a little bit.
Here's a 3-0 pitch, and there goes some heat right over the plate for strike one. And it is a dangerous situation here for Calaby. If he cannot get Mendoza down, he has the potential to stack the bases here. As here's a 3-1. As that one's going to be inside for ball 4. And what we wanted to avoid, as I had mentioned, is now reality as bases are loaded. Just one out. As I think that's going to do it for Callipy here this afternoon.
I think so too.
As Coach makes his way back out. So we'll take a short break, folks. We'll see who's going to come out and pitch. We'll get you some info. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, one of the largest broadcast networks in Texas and the nation. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com. Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
Third 13. Not yet. Another reverse. Breaking tackles. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds. Silly pull from the corner. Rotates to Wilson. She fires the three. Oh my God, it went in! Cavaliers pull ahead by one.
Log on to Vype, VYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
There's number 10, John Gonzalez, makes his way out to the mound for your Bulldogs. He's nice and warm, it looks like. Getting ready to face off against Ben Abel with bases loaded. Patrick Callipy pitching 4 1/3. He's going to get 4 strikeouts, 3 walks, 5 hits. So far, just 1 run, but he will be responsible for the other 3 on base, so we'll see what happens. And 1 error. Look at that. That was a mouthful, right? See, but now we got to keep track and all this. That's what drives me nuts. But that's baseball, right? As Ben Abel makes his way up, he was walked back in the second. And I have him grounding out back in the third. But a fresh arm there now on the mound for the Bulldogs, as that one's going to get swung on and missed. So strike thrown. That was the first pitch for Gonzalez here.
You know, we've got a sophomore on the mound right now. It's brand new to varsity, first district game. It's looking pretty good to me right now.
I mean, he could have fooled me. A sophomore on the mound, first district game, as that one's going to get chopped down the first baseline foul for strike 2. And you're right, Gonzalez here, he's ahead in the count 0-2 for his first time on the mound here for district. And Ben Abel, not a bad batter, as that one's going to get chopped right between third and second. One runner's going to come in. Throw to Estrada is going to be in time as he was the cutoff. So 1 run gets across as Luke Young makes his way. Runners will advance. So bases will stay loaded. And I was saying, Ben Abel knows how to work the pitch count, knows how to wait so far, as a pinch runner is going to come in for Abel. We'll see who that is as soon as I get a number. Number 22. You know, and go figure, I don't have a 22 on my roster for the Maroons. Yeah, I don't have a 22, so I do apologize for those with Austin High listening, but number 22 is in, as he's pinch running here in the 5th. And that one's going to get a called strike from Gonzalez. As Tegan Mansfield is out on the plate for the Maroons. Bases loaded. Just 1 out.
Wow, nice pitch.
That was a gorgeous pitch.
Beauty.
Gonzalez there, as he goes ahead in the count 0-2. And Winters is really playing closer to second. They've kind of shifted the infield a little bit to the right, if you will. As here's the next pitch up. It's going to be in the dirt. It's going to be called ball. Gray did a good job getting in front of it. Count goes 1-2, which is the same positioning they had with Abel up on the plate. And that's where he was able to hit that ball right by Estrada and Winters over there on the left side. As here's the 1-2 pitch. Going to be too low, apparently. Count goes even, 2-2. Mansfield so far struck out swinging. That one's going to be a drop in the dirt, if you will.
He thought about it. He thought about swinging.
I was going to see if they were going to do a quick check down, but no luck. As count goes full, 3-2. So our mystery pinch runner over at first, and there it is again. As whoa, hey now there is Mansfield. Getting a little
Get a little chippy.
Yeah, just a little.
That's what happens when you're rivals.
And it really does. And as you heard Coach D mention, these are rivals out here today. We're going to call that a strikeout for Gonzalez. So that's out number 2. As the Austin High coach is out there as well. As it looks like number 14 now is out on the plate for Emilio Del Regio, Jake Orts. Gotta love baseball. So Jake Orts now up to the plate for the Austin High Maroons. His first time at bat here this afternoon. He is going to be hitting in place of Emilio Del Regio. So we'll see if he comes out later. Bases still loaded with 2 outs now after that confusion, if you will. Bulldogs with a 5-2 lead. So the go-ahead run over here at home plate, batting away, as that one's going to get called ball 1. Gonzalez. Yeah, I think Mansfield was trying to argue that he pulled that one back. And didn't like the fact that he got tagged either, so that was the throwdown, as there's a quick throw to third. Not in time as Wilkerson got back pretty quickly. You got to be careful with those throw to the corners, too.
I know. You get past him, other team scores 1, maybe 2, depending on how far that ball goes.
Really do, as that one looked like it was a nice slider coming in off the edge, so Orts took a nice little crack at it. Gonna get chop it foul. Count goes 1-1. You know, for bases loaded, Gonzalez really looking pretty comfortable. There's a quick throw to second, and there's that right out past the outstretched glove of Winters. The runner's going to come across on the wild throw. There's a quick throw to third, not before he makes it over, though. So Wilkerson will make his way in to add 1 more now for the Maroons, as they still trail 5-3. As I don't even know who's pinch running for Mendoza, if anybody is over at third. We're going to say Mendoza's at third. Abel's going to hold fast at first. As Orts still waiting for the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and a chopper down the first baseline. It's going to go foul very quickly, though, as Gonzalez goes up in the count, 1-2. So just 1 more out needed here for Gutierrez to really stop the, patch up the wound, if you will, as that one's going to hit the dirt for ball 2. As here's the 2-2 pitch. That's going to be low and outside. Count goes full 3-2 with runners on the edges. So tying run over at first base for the Maroons. As here's the 3-2 pitch. And that one's going to get chopped, and it'll float its way foul. Yes, it will. This count will stay 3-2, and the runners go back to their spots.
Looked good off the bat. I was like, oh gosh, there's a triple.
Yeah, it had that look as it looked like it dropped right behind Estrada over at third, and luckily, like I said, I think the wind is having a much more of a factor than people realize. It flew just and dropped just foul. As Orts still at the plate. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Runner on first goes. Swing and a miss by Gonzalez. And that's going to be out number 3. And wow, so Callipy's going to end his day with 3 runs coming across, as he was responsible for those 3 that were left on, or that were on base at least. As you're going to get, let's see here, 1, 2, 3 hits out of the inning. No errors. And 2 runners left on. So wow, what a 5th inning for both teams, as the Bulldogs were able to add 1 more run there, and the Maroons, though, were able to double up and get 2. So Bulldogs still hold a 5-3 lead, as Rodriguez should be set to lead off here, and it's not going to be Rodriguez. It's going to be
number 12, Sebastian Mirabal.
So Sebastian will make his way up. Let's see, I don't think we saw him yesterday.
We did not.
We did not see Sebastian yesterday, so his first time at bat here in district play will be coming up here shortly. As Andrew Gutierrez is still going to be on the mound here for the Austin High Maroons. After today's game, folks, that's going to do it for the week, at least game-wise, for your Bulldogs. Next one is going to be next week on the 23rd, which will be Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. It's going to be an away game at Del Valley with a 7:30 p.m. first pitch. And then 3 days later, we'll be back here at Berger. So a Friday game, we'll take on Del Valley again, which is something important that Coach D had mentioned during our pregame interview is, you know, we're only getting to see these guys twice for district, for district play at least.
Yeah.
And then that's it. So these are the 2 against Austin. We got our 2 against Del Valley. Then we got 2 against Westlake, Aikens, Lake Travis, San Marcos, and then Hayes to end out the month of April, and that's it for district play. So, looking good so far. I think we look really great so far, actually.
I think we look good.
As Mirabal is going to make his way to the plate to see what Gutierrez has to offer. Here in the top of the 6th. That one gets a little bitty piece of it. It's going to go behind the dugout, in the street, and it's going to tag the gym behind us for strike 1. Gutierrez gets set up for the 0-1 pitch. Oh, that one was dangerously close to Mirabal's helmet there.
Surprised he didn't flinch. I would have.
I would have as well, too. That one's going to be a little too high. Count goes 2-1 for Sebastian. As here's your 2-1 pitch. I thought that was a bit outside, but apparently not. Count goes even, 2-2. There's a big swing and a miss for Mirables. He's going to go down swinging for out number 1. Cody Gray making his way to the plate. He struck out swinging back in the 2nd and hit a nice single back in the 4th, and was one of the runs, or I guess Garcia was one of the runs that came in and made it across home plate for him as a pinch runner, as he's going to swing on the first one and miss it for strike 1. There's another one. That one had a nasty dip at the end there by Gutierrez as Gray takes a
hard pitch to hit.
That is a very hard pitch to hit. That goes down strike 2, and Gray behind the count now with 2. As Gutierrez is going to step off for a second. And there it is again. Gray expecting that drop off that time. Didn't happen. He's going to go down looking for out number 2. As the number 9 batter coming out, McCullough. He was able to single back in the 3rd. And then grounded out in the 4th. As that first one is right down the middle to him for strike 1. Gutierrez looking like he got comfortable very quickly here as he looks nice and warm. And I say that, it goes in the dirt, and it's going to be ball 1.
You jinxed him there for a second.
I did, and that's okay, right? Because he's got a 3 strikeout streak going. Not knocking on any wood now. See if that stops here shortly. As McCullough gets set for the 1-1 pitch. There's a nice chopper towards the second baseman. Fielded and over to first for out number 3. As McCullough goes down, Bright and the top of the order will do up here at the bottom of this, the top of the 7th. I forgot we're the away team today. Nicholas Bryant is due up according to my chart here for the Maroons. We'll see if he truly does come out or not, as the wind is up again on all my stuff. As I want to give a nice shout out to our sponsors. So first one, of course, our Vype spring sponsor, Academy Sports and Outdoors. For all the ways you love to play, Academy Sports and Outdoors makes it easier than ever to gear up and have fun out there. And of course, Big Tuna Interactive, who specializes in Drupal website development and site optimizations. So reach out to them for any of your marketing needs. It's BigTunaInteractive.com is where you can reach them. Syntex Maintenance Services, also one of our sponsors. Mogul and Purcell Financial. And of course, Plucker's Wing Bar, where we promise to have the beer ice cold and the wings piping hot. So Gonzalez on the mound still for the Bulldogs, as he's looking good now here on his warm-up pitches. As there's a Gray with a throw from his knees all the way to. I mean, that was dead on. As Brian is going to make his way out here to lead off the bottom of the 6th for the Maroons. Bryant singled back in the 2nd, and he struck out swinging in the 4th. So far he's 1 for 2. As he is yet to go up against Gonzalez, though. As here's the first pitch and a big swing and a miss for strike one. And again, as you saw him flinch, as that one was hit and came right at the press box, if you will, here to our left. As the crowd did a little twitch with their feet for strike two. And a big high pitch. He's going to get him to bite on that one, and down goes Bryant swinging for out number one. Zach Williams, center fielder for the Austin High Maroons, coming out now. He flew out towards center and flew out toward right. Those are the two times at bat. And Gonzalez with one out. Again, he looked very, very loose on his warm-up pitches, and he's looking even better now here on the mound, as that one's going to be high and inside for ball one. Otway going to get past him for ball two. Count goes 2-0 here for Gonzalez. And that one's going to get chopped behind us for strike one. So Williams still ahead in the count here, 2-1. One out, no runners on base, and Gonzalez looking comfy there on the mound, as that one's going to get chopped towards Estrada. He's able to get to it. There's a throw to first. Beautiful throw from across the way, and that'll be out number two. And Miss Starkey here with a nod of approval, as yes, that was a great throw.
It's what I like to see at the end of the game. Not slacking.
Well, not just that, but you saw he got it. He got himself set, delivered the throw. As Comas is out on the plate now. He thinks he went across, and let's see. Nope, didn't go across. So that'll be ball one. And that's a tough throw to make from third to first, especially where Rodriguez didn't really have to move. You know, usually you're moving your glove on the ground trying to stop it, as that one's going to swung, and we'll say he tipped it. Count goes even 1-1, but that is a tough throw to make from third, and the shortstop gets the majority of the action. But when it goes to third like that, man, you got to have an arm. And beautiful throw by Estrada. As the 1-1 pitch. Ooh.
That was a beauty.
A drop
that
right
was
over
a
the
beauty.
Even Comas was like, wow, I didn't do that one. Count goes 1-2 here. And swung on, and they're going to say that got him. Didn't make contact. So Comasa's going to go down swinging for out number 3 in a quick 6th inning here for the Bulldogs. We'll get set up to bring up the top of the 7th. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Hey, buddy, you say you wish someone was covering your favorite high school sports teams? You just couldn't make it to the game and you need to find out now what's going on? Well, my friend, your prayers are answered. Go to Vype, VYPE.com, and hit Find Your School to see what Vype is saying about your great community. See for yourself why Vype is the leader in high school sports coverage in Texas. Check us out at Vype, VYPE.com.
Seventh inning set to get underway, and your Bulldogs are going to get one more crack at it to hopefully extend this 5-3 lead. A.J. Arevalo here, Miss Laura Starkey keeping me company and playing commercials and music and hopefully keeping your scoreboard up to date. I have not been checking on her, so
it's up to date, I promise.
You could say like Bulldogs, 123 and said high -8, and I wouldn't know. So I hope it's accurate, but we'll see as Gutierrez is back on the mound here to wrap up the 7th inning. And out comes top of the order now for the Bulldogs as Bright makes his way out. Still, so far, just kind of a bad couple games here for him here against the Maroons, and you get that every so often. He's 0 for 3 here this afternoon, hoping to change that up as he has so far during these 2 games. As there's a swing and a chop for strike 1. Mason Winters will be up next, followed by Brody Miller, with cleanup Ben Merriman ready and waiting to see if he gets a crack at it. As here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a nice hit, and there it goes, breaking the cold streak with a beautiful hit.
Nice, solid hit.
It was. You could hear it. And he's going to get a single.
You heard that nice pop off the bat.
He really did, and it dropped perfectly in front of there, right over the second baseman, right in front of right field. So Bright's now going to be hanging out at first base, and up comes Winters, and you know Merriman and Miller are going to be chomping at the bit now as they're going to get an opportunity, hopefully, to make their way up to the plate. So Winters having a pretty good afternoon, if you will. He did strike out looking as off goes Bright. The throw is not in time and was dropped anyway, so he'll get a steal. And Coach D wants to get in someone in scoring position and extend this lead. You know, he mentioned pregame. We'll be going up against some good pitchers here for Austin High, and it is not disappointed. Excuse me. Blah. As Winters looks at that one first strike. 0-2 pitch, swung on and high towards right field. As Comas underneath is able to get it. Off goes Bright to third, and in time as the third baseman had to do a far reach and got pulled off the bag there.
Bright got some wheels. That pop fly wasn't very deep.
It was not, and the right fielder, Comas there, got a pretty easy, good handle on it. So Winters will give him a sacrifice fly, even though he was probably trying to hit it towards the fence. And out comes Miller, Brody Miller. So far he's flown out to center and right, reached on an error as the Austin High Maroon coach comes out to talk to him, and man, he doesn't waste any time. He's just, let's wrap it up and let's get the next one out, and trying to limit the damage here in the 7th, because if the Maroons aren't able to bring some runs across here at the bottom, that's going to be ball game.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing another switch too as the first baseman came out, Jake Orts. So we'll see what's happening as everyone's kind of hanging around now. And Orts is actually going to be pitcher number 4 here this afternoon. Fourth pitcher, man, the kind of throwing everything in the kitchen sink right now at the Bulldog bats. But let's take a short break while Orts gets warmed up. Hopefully I'll try to get you some stats for Gutierrez. We'll see, but we'll be right back, folks. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball right here on Vype Live.
Broadcast networks in Texas and the nation.
Check us out at Vype, BYPE.com.
Vype is the leader in high school sports broadcasts. We've been doing it for 15 years.
Third 13. Not yet. Another reverse. Breaking tackles. Dives to the end zone. Touchdown Rangers.
16 seconds. Really close up the corner. Quick pitch to Wilson. She fires the 3. Oh my God! It went in. Cavaliers pull ahead by 1.
Log on to Vype, BYPE.com. Vype Live, the leader in high school sports broadcasts. Wait, hold on just a moment. It's true that Vype Live, formerly KMAX Sports, excels at high school sports broadcasts, but did you know that Vype Live does more than sports? Vype Live does band recitals, academic events. For more information on how Vype Live can broadcast your event, email us at Vype, VYPE.com.
your Bulldogs. They've got one out. And Brody Miller making his way to the plate. I apologize for my horrible notes. I don't have many stats here for Mr. Gutierrez for the Maroons. Aside from he pitched 2 1/3. 2 1/3. Let's see, 2 strikeouts, 4 strikeouts, so not bad for him. And actually, no, he didn't get 4 strikeouts. I take that back. 2 1/3. We're just going to say 2 1/3. So that'll do it for Gutierrez, though, and out comes Jake Orts here for the Maroons as the first pitch is swung on and high fly towards left, and it's going to go foul. No one's going to make an effort for it. First strike one. You know, interesting, like I said, Gutierrez wasn't having that too bad of a afternoon as that one swung on and high fly towards left center field. And the left fielder able to get to it. That will be out number 1. So that's out number 2, isn't it? It is number 2.
Yes.
Is taking a big swing as Merriman at that first one. Center fielder and right fielder getting to it. Right field able to get to it first. And Orts comes in and throws 3 and gets the outs he needs to round out the 7th. And I guess that's why Coach brought him in, is just to get it done and get it done quickly. So if we end up going to extra innings, it's a big, big, big if. Urbanski will be set to lead off. But bottom of the 7th here, folks, about to be underway. Bulldogs with a 6-3 lead over the Austin High Maroons. Notes are crazy right now. Yeah, all my notes are nuts. Yeah, I got to figure this out. Anyway, top of the order coming up here for the Maroons with Luke Young set to lead off. Hayden O'Shea setting up next, and Brendan Mendoza. We'll see if they have any batters coming in. So bottom of the 7th, we'll do one last big thank you out to our sponsors, Big Tune Interactive, Syntex Maintenance Services, Oakland Purcell Financial, and Plucker's Wing Bar. And of course, Academy Sports and Outdoor gear this spring at Academy Sports and Outdoors. Nice and easy. That's why we get paid the big bucks, right?
Of course.
So Luke Young, so far 1 for 3 this afternoon as he singled back in the 5th. Grounded out his other 2 times at bat. Looking to get the bats moving here for the Maroons. There's Gonzalez.
That ball had some nice movement on it.
It had some scary movement on it for strike 1. That one, though, can't quite get the call he's looking for. Count goes even, 1-1. Going to get a little bit of that one. Is Luke Young. Count goes 1-2 here for the Maroons, and for Gonzalez, who looking to close it out here. And that one's going to be low and outside. Young doesn't bite on that one. Count goes even, 2-2. Count goes full on that pitch, 3-2. There's a hit, and he got a hold of that one going towards left. It's going to drop right in front of Merriman. As Young will make his way over on a single here to lead off the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, excuse me. Hayden O'Shea now, second base. Up to the plate here for the Maroons. No outs, runner on.
The key here is just not to panic, not to get nervous. You only have a runner on first, roll it up, get a double play, and you're fine.
Well, and like you mentioned, Gonzalez is a sophomore, so this is one of those where it's going to be a learning and teaching moment for him, as he is in a little bit of a bind, as that one's going to be really inside on him for ball 1. O'Shea so far 1 for 3 as he singled back in the 5th. Struck out looking in the 3rd and grounded out in the 1st, as that one's going to hit the box for strike 1. Young getting some jumps in there over at first. There's another quick throw. I like the throw that Gonzalez does on that. There's no hesitation on where it's going. And it's been spot on too as well. Rodriguez doing a good job getting in front of it and fielding it. As Young, and again trying to get Young sleeping, not going to do it. He's a little of a big lead at first for Young. And I like the checks though, because you know he's going to be going for second as soon as he can. And that one.
Pretty pitch.
Beautiful pitch. Ends up right down the middle for strike 2. Gonzalez keeping Young honest over there at first. Another quick throw back to first, not in time. Here's your 1-2 pitch. We'll see. So it's going to be a little outside. Count goes even 2-2. And I'm surprised Young didn't swing at that one. That's some nice discipline there at the plate.
That's a hard pitch not to swing at.
And that one gets swung on, and I didn't move. You saw
I
that?
did. I flinched. The one time.
I thought I saw you flinch out of the corner of my eye. Count stays 2-2 here for O'Shea. It's Gonzalez. Another quick throw over to first. I always get scared seeing those throws to first like that. It's like, oh. But
It's like, oh, please make it there. Please make it
Yep.
there.
Not too high, not too low. Right there. There's a pitch. Swung on and a miss.
Nice pitch. Wow.
And a beautiful pitch. As O'Shea goes down for out number 1. Young still stuck over at first. And out on the plate now for the Austin High Maroons is Brendan Mendoza. Mendoza so far 0 for 1 as he was walked twice and then flew out towards right field back in the first. As a quick throw to first, not in time. Young, I mean, you might as well pick up some dirt and just rub it all over your clothes if we're going to do this. There's the pitch. Trying to catch the outside edge. Not going to get the call he needs for strike, excuse me, ball 1. That's strike 1, didn't I? Bah. That time a quick heater right down the middle for strike 1. Throw back over to first. Young able to slide in time. Here's the 1-1. Quick throw back over to first as Young didn't make his way back. He was trying to see what was going to happen. Count goes 2-1 here for Mendoza. They're doing a pretty good job of kind of keeping Young there from making a move. Oh, that looked like a good pitch.
That looked like a really good pitch.
Count's going to go 3-1. As Mendoza's working the count really well now. Throw back over to first. Not in time. And a couple really good pitches here from Gonzalez.
Oh, that was a close one.
That was a very close one. I apologize we can't get that corner edge for you there in our camera, folks, but almost was able to tag him there on that one. Count's going to stay 3-1. Young still over at first. And that's going to be ball 4 for Mendoza. 3 walks for Mendoza this afternoon. As he's going to make his way over to first. He's been having a pinch runner come out and see if it happens again, and it looks like it will. Douglas Malcolm has been the pinch runner for him, but somebody new. It's number 3. Let's see if I can get a number on number 3, or a name, excuse me. It's going to be Jalen Stevens. As Gonzalez is going to get a quick chit-chat too at the mound, and that's going to do it for him here this afternoon. As Estrada is going to be out on the mound to close out. Is that Urbanski over there at third? Taking his spot?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's work this around. So Estrada will be a pitcher here the 7th. Oh, Urbanski will head to third. And all is right in the world, right?
Yes.
And all is right in the world. Well, let's take a quick break, Laura. Is that cool with you?
Yeah.
We'll give John some time to warm up. We'll be right back, folks. You're listening to Bulldog Baseball here on Vype Live.
For high school sports coverage second to none, discriminating sports fans, booster clubs, and student bodies will tell you Vype stands above the rest. Vype can provide your school and your entire school district with complete digital video streaming and live broadcast coverage at prices that fit your budget. Find out more information at Vype, VYPE.com. VYPE.com.
0 for 2 this afternoon. He struck out twice and then reached on an error. There was a little confusion on his last strikeout. We had some, he wasn't too happy with the call, neither was the Austin High coaching staff. As first pitch is.
Ooh, that looked pretty.
It did, but he's not going to get the call he needs as Estrada gives a grin over to the dugout. Count goes 1-0 here for Mansfield. 2 outs, tying run at the plate now for the Austin High Maroons. Here's the pitch, swung on, it's high towards Urbanski at third. He's trying to get underneath it. It's going to go to short, and Winters underneath it for the out as he comes all the way and is able to bring that one in for out number 3, and that will do it for us, folks. Bulldogs take down the Maroons here in district play. What did Josh say? Oh, we went offline. He said we went offline. I don't think Josh knows what he's talking about. We're online, Mr. Josh. Josh is our quality assurance Vype guy over at Vype Studios, listening to us, making sure we sound great. But that'll do it for us, folks. Bulldogs come out on top against the Austin High Maroons by a score of 6-3. We do have one more game after this one. We've got a crew waiting to set up, folks. We're not going to take any time for you here. The win's going to go. Starting out District 2-0. Laura, any thoughts?
I think the team did a great job today. They cut down their errors, and the offense really excelled today.
And they really did. And the pitching was really excellent today as well by Callipy and Gonzalez. They're going to combine for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 strikeouts here this afternoon. So outstanding job, but that's going to do it for us, folks. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and listening today. Of course, a big thanks over to Josh, our quality assurance guy. Laura, thank you for hanging out and
Yeah, thanks for having me.
keeping me honest, if you will. Making sure I know who's out there and what's going on. Remember, folks, be sure to tune in next week on the 23rd, Wednesday, as we're going to have an away game at Del Valley, which I will be there. I hope Laura will be there as well.
Yes, I will.
She will, so we'll bring you that information, that game live here on Vype. Just stay tuned for the link. And then on Friday, it'll be a home game against Del Valley as we look to hopefully sweep that series against a very good Del Valley team. So, for all of us here at Burger Stadium, thank you folks for listening, and we will catch you next time.